Yo, what's going on, Team Tweedie? I hope you're all super well. Welcome to episode 52 of Hashtag Ask Tweedie, the football show where you guys send in your football-related questions. I do my best to answer them, give you guys as much value as possible. Today, we've got the beard shaved. I'm a little bit in the future. I think, well, tonight's vlog, no, I lie. Not tonight's vlog, the day after, you'll see how that all went down. But I want to say, first off, to begin this Ask Tweedie, if you guys want to improve your dribbling, there are 5 free drills that you can go and download completely free. Go to sheldontweedie.com/programs. All link will be in the description. When you get there, go to the checkout. You got to search a little bit and it says enter promo code. Enter the promo code 123 and then it will be completely free. In saying that, the entire program will be released on Saturday, the 4th of August, 5:45 p.m. Australian time. And that will be $9.95 US for the first 48 hours. Now that I've got all that out of the way, I could promote some other stuff, but let's not. But honestly, I think the dribbling program has so much value in it. That's why I am pushing it. And it's completely free, so why wouldn't you? You'd be mad to not download it. To start off this episode, we got 3 questions as it does every episode. If you want to send in your questions, make sure you do so down in the comments below. To start off today, how do I recover from tired muscles? Now, there's a number of ways that you can recover from tired muscles. Sheldon, let's focus. We got an Ask Tweedie to film. So, how can you recover from tired muscles? One thing that I did a lot of when I was younger was ice baths, and I think these are so powerful. I don't know exactly why, but it's something to do with the blood flow to your muscles. I'm sure if you looked it up online, it's pretty easy to find out why, but it contracts your muscles and then you go from hot cold. So it contracts and expands and it somehow helps it. I found that helped a lot. And in saying that, I've never missed a game in my career with an injury, except for the 8-month injury I had when I had to have surgery, and it was just completely unlucky. I've never had an injury where I've pulled a hamstring or done something to my calf or my quad and I've been like, well, I can't play this weekend because I've got this injury. So that's the only time I've ever had to sit out for pretty much a whole season. And look, I think that number 1 comes down to my body is conditioned to train a lot and a lot and a lot, so I can go through that sort of stuff. Secondly, recovery is important. If you need to have a rest day, you need a rest day. As much as we want to all get out there and hustle and work hard, and we all understand that we've got one life, one opportunity to go out there and try and succeed, because we all want to succeed and become successful. And whether that's a pro footballer or a professional coach or a professional lawyer, whatever it is, we've got one life. And when you really think about that and go, far out, man, I have to work, I've got to put in these hours, you can get caught up in that. And sometimes players, especially, it's difficult because, for example, if you want to become a lawyer, you can put hours and hours and hours and hours into it, and you might be mentally drained, but not a whole lot's going to happen. But if we put the sort of hours that a lawyer might, our bodies won't be able to take that. So you need to be very careful in the way that you approach your training sessions. Are you having a recovery day each week? Are you monitoring your training schedules? Do you have too much of a training load? So with that, what I would say is monitor it, but also go into training sore. You're not going to be 100% for every session. And, I say this, be careful, of course. If you think an injury can get worse, or if you have an injury, I suggest go and see a physio. But, tired muscles, you're going to have tired muscles. Top level players go into games feeling tired. And I think something that's really I've noticed a lot from my experience from vlogging and everything, if I get an injury, people say injury prone. I just laugh because I'm like, well, I'm not injury prone. I just pick up little niggles, which every single player does. But when we see these top level players like Bale, Ronaldo, Messi, whoever, they have niggles all the time. Clayton always talks about how when he was at the different football clubs, players would be going in there hurting and they'd have to get the massage on their back or their quad and their hamstring and you wouldn't have a day where players didn't come in complaining. But the thing is, in that environment, we have no idea. I wouldn't have a single clue which players are hurting at Real Madrid. I wouldn't even know which players are injured. But we kind of go, oh, well, Ronaldo's playing every week, so he just must be a superstar and never gets injured. It's not like that. So when we're going into tired muscles, we're not talking about injury, tired muscles, sometimes you got to get through it. Sometimes you got to have a rest day. And, you know, it depends how much you want it. That's the sort of thing that I've started to crack into. I kind of look at how much do I want to become a professional footballer? Do I want it enough that I'm hurting at 7? I got a session tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'm going to hurt tonight after training because I'm really going hard tonight because we don't have a game on the weekend. And then I'm going to go to bed, and I won't be in bed till late. But I want to be a pro so bad that I'm going to push through it. I'll try and get as much sleep as possible. I'll try and get as much sleep as possible. But when I get to that Friday session, I'm not going to be 100%. I'm going to have tired muscles. I don't necessarily want to be there. But when I get there, that's when I want to be there. So, you know, you need to find the balance in everything. Second question. What's the biggest thing you've learned from the 365-day challenge? Now, I haven't really thought about this. I kind of just picked up the camera and said, well, let's film and ask Tweedie. If I had to put my finger on one specific thing that I've learned, I'd say it would be a combination of sort of things. It would be understanding the league or the country that you're going to. So when I first left Australia, I left around August 15th, 18th, 20th, something around there. And I arrived around, well, what are we now? A little bit later than this year. I'm just going to do something really quick. So I arrived around this time this year. So, and if we have a look here, the first game for League 2 kicks off the 5th of the 8th, which is this Sunday. So when you look at that in the scheme of things, every team has its team pick. No one's looking for players because they've got their squad. Everyone's got their squad. They've done their preseason. It's done. So when you go to a country, you need to look and go, okay, their preseason probably starts 2 months out from when the season starts. I need to be there for preseason. I arrived way too late, and I wouldn't say it was a waste because of that, but I'd say it made it much harder for me simply because, like I said, clubs weren't looking for players. So, you know, how am I supposed to get into a team when they just start their season? They're focused on the coming weeks. And like I said, they're not looking for players. They've already built their preseason. They've looked at heaps of players that have come in and trialed, and they've decided on their squad. So, you know, I went to England at the wrong time. I needed to go earlier, like much earlier. And it didn't happen. So, look, that's a mistake. I've learned from it. Do I think it's something that changed the journey? Yeah, I think if I went over there earlier, this then leads into the next point with having agents and speaking with people, then things could have developed. But when I went over, it was too late, man. Way too late. And, you know, there could have been an opportunity. Like at Whitehawk, I was trialling with Whitehawk. There are only 6 weeks of the season left, and they were a 6th division club. And I stayed with them for 6 weeks, and I was training with them. I was holding my own every session. I was doing well. Nothing could happen because it was too late. The transfer window had closed. They weren't able to sign me, and it was the end of the season. They didn't need an extra player. Now, if I was there for pre-season, maybe different story. So, look, I know I'm up to that level. It's just I went over at the wrong time, and look, you can't dwell on it. It's about learning. So, you know, is it an excuse? I don't think so. I think, it's just that learning experience, and that's something I want to pass to you guys. Understand the league and the country that you're going to. You want to be there for pre-season. That's my number one thing. Next question. What is the fastest way to improve your first touch? I have 2 drills for you. I saw this question. I thought, oh, 2 nice drills. Now, first touch program will be coming out soon. I think I've got the dribbling one out in, 2 days or something. And then it's going to go passing. Then it's going to go dribbling. No, it's going to go passing after dribbling. And then we'll get into first touch. And I have duo and solo drills for that. But 2 amazing first touch drills, which I recommend to anybody, is, it's kind of 3, but I'd call it 2, is number 1, football tennis. find a friend, play football, tennis. If you can do that, even if you're winning every game, you're working on your first touch, and it's so much fun. You could play this for an hour, 2 hours, and you would never get bored. You just play points. If you just play like tennis and you play points, and that's the number one best drill I can recommend to anybody. Play football, tennis, find a friend and play it. Now, if you can't find a friend, or you don't have any friends, which was the case for me a lot throughout my younger years, because I was just so into football and everyone lived so far away. I had my coach who I did it with. But if you can't find anyone, you need to find a wall. So for example, I have this wall right here. In fact, let me take you guys. We're actually gonna move in Ask Tweedie. I don't think I've ever done this before. No, I've never done this before in Ask Tweedie, in the history of Ask Tweedie. So this is a first. This is where, sorry, I got my sock on wrong, I don't know why. But this is where I do the juggling. So I'll kick it against here, I'll have a touch, and then playing against this wall. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. And I just go touch to control, and then hit it back. It comes off that wall, and then comes back to me. And man, it's so useful. And after you've done 2 touch, and maybe you're bored, whatever, then you get into 1 touch, and just change it up a little bit. That felt really weird going out and changing up the setting that we're in. Hopefully, oh no, I zoomed out. Oh no. Are we good? We're good. But, you know, do 2 touch with that, do 1 touch, and then set your little records. Try to get 100 a day of 2 touch. Try and get 50 a day with 1 touch. And just do that every single day. Slowly build your way up. I can't recommend it enough. So those are the 2 drills that I recommend. And, you know, there's others out there, but that's going to have to wait for the first touch program because they're 2 easy ones to explain. If I tried to explain to you dribbling stuff, man, it gets hard. There's a lot of work that goes into it. But I'm more than happy to help you guys out, and this is what it's all about, giving you guys value, especially in these Ask Tweedie episodes. We have a nice little community here, and, you know, I love these. I love these ones. And in saying that, in the last episode, you guys saw, like, my eyes were really red, and what was that? I don't know, my eye was red in here, and then I looked really tired or something. And when I came to editing that, I was like, what? So first off, I have no idea why my eye was red. Someone said because I was smoking weed. I've never smoked weed in my life. So no, it wasn't that. And I guess I looked tired because, well, I had the new camera. That was the first time using it. And then I color graded it, changed the colors. And I think, well, I had sunburn as well. So with all of that, it kind of made the reds stand out a bit more. I don't know. It was pretty funny. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you got to watch Ask Tweedie episode 51. So I'm going to end it there. I got to head off to training pretty soon, so I'll catch you guys in the next episode. But anyway, Team Tweedie, sign out. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe around here, join House and Rose video. Or join the... No. We have to do that again. But anyway, Team Tweedie, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe around here. Join the hashtag Ask Tweedie family. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Listen.